No one else makes me feel this way. Don't know what you do. Hold my hand, could you hold my hand? Look me in the eyes. You and me, yeah, that's all I need. And I'll be alright. I'll be right here. I swear that I'll stay here with you. Hold me closer. I wanna stay here with you.
Okay, let's address the elephant in the room. So, picture this, it is Sunday morning. It's your little boy's football birthday party. And you booked 2 hours with a coach at a power league place, which if your kids play football, you have probably heard of. And it was brilliant, and even with the results of what has happened to my eye, I seriously cannot recommend it enough. I thought it was fab. Anyway, they play, drinks break, then they did penalty practice, they had a lunch break, and then for the last, I would say half an hour, 40 minutes, something like that, the coach, who was brilliant, was like, right, we're going to do a kids versus parents. Now, when your kids get a bit older, you might know this, but you tend to say to parents, look, I get you, you get me. If you want to drop and go, you can drop and go if you've got errands to run. If you've got multiple kids and places to be, especially at the weekend, I'm going to look after your kid. You don't worry about it. It's up to you. So some stayed, some shared lifts, and then some went. So when it came down to it, there was me, Mark, our friends, who are mum and dad, to one of the kids, Stan's best mate, and then there was another dad and another mum, and he was like, let's do parents versus kids. Now, when it's your kid's birthday, you bloody do what your kids want you to do, you know what I mean? So I was like, right, I'm gonna play, and I will say, as an aside, it was quite an emotional experience, not like a sad one, like a happy one for me, because I was thinking, got to be so gentle, if it was Stan's birthday and it was about 18 months ago, I don't honestly know if I could have played. I don't honestly know if I could have given it my all, and I don't know if I would have felt self-conscious. I certainly wouldn't have been fit enough, and I was giving it my all. Now, fun fact about me, at primary school, when I was little, in my whole year group, there were only 12 children. There were 2 girls, one of which was me, and there were 10 boys. So when it came to playing football and stuff, it was kind of a given that was something that I would do. I was on the school team for a while. I liked defence, which is funny really, because that's the position that Stan plays mostly now. And I was a bit of a tomboy when I was little, until I sort of found my people in high school, because it was opened up to me that actually I have a really girly side, as I'm sure you all know by now. So I felt so happy to be able to join in and really throw myself into it, and throw myself into what I did. So started out as adults versus kids, and then the coach was feeling bad for them because the boys were a bit fuming because we were winning, obviously, because we're all adults. So he went on their team and he was trying to score. I went in for a tackle, playing defence. And we were in one of those cages where your kids will do football matches at the weekend with Astro and stuff. And I don't know why I'm putting eye cream on, this is going to do anything. And I went in for a tackle. It was near the wall. And so he turned to try and get away, and as he turned, his elbow went boof in this eye. Now at the time, I will admit that I saw stars temporarily, but what are you going to do at a kid's football party? You're not going to, you don't want to get upset, because you're kind of want to be brave and like, I don't want to worry anyone. And then also like, it didn't hurt that much. It just kind of made my, you know, when you, like, you hit your eye or something, kind of flashes for a second. And I thought, I don't want to ruin this for Stan, I'll keep playing. The guy was mortified. He was like, oh my God, are you okay? You okay? I was like, I'm fine, let's keep playing. And I did keep playing. I think some of that actually went in my eye, which is not going to do me any favours. Kept playing for probably another 15 minutes and was loving it, but I just felt like my eyelashes were sort of getting stuck on my lid. So I thought maybe like when he bashed me, at first I was worried that maybe like it had like cut me, you know, like when it splits against bone or something, or like my eye was like watering or something. So I kept feeling like I was blinking, trying to move it. And we came in and I said to Mark, like, is there something up with my eye? Like, will you just check it for me? And he was like across, there was like the kids' table where all the food was, and we put like party bags out and stuff. And he was like, come here. And then he moved me into the light because there's a window behind him, and he was like, oh my God, you've got a black eye. And it just slowly got worse. So my friend Danny went and got me ice from the bar. It was so awkward. I was like, let's just keep it on the down low because I didn't want the coach to feel bad. I also didn't want the kids like freaking out. And I was embarrassed. So we put the ice on, and like we all had a joke about it as parents and stuff. And I thought, do you know what? It's not too bad. And initially it was kind of just purple here. And Mark was like, if anything, it just looks like you put more eyeshadow on that eye from like far away. Don't worry about it. So I had this bag of ice, but by that point it was probably a good like 25 minutes since it had happened, and it just felt like it was getting worse and worse. And we were in the car, like we couldn't go home, couldn't go anywhere because we had to go straight to Daisy's netball match. So me, Mark, and the kids were like all in the car driving there, and I just felt like the whole time like, oh, it just feels weird, it's getting worse and worse and worse. I got home, I took my makeup off, and like it was already like quite purple. And then now, I mean, I'm fortunate that it sort of ended here. I don't know if I must have gone like with the impact and sort of protected it a bit, but it's all over my top lid, and it's quite purple, as my mother has kindly pointed out. Well, you suit those colours, so at least there's that. However, I don't suit yellow, so when it starts to fade, hopefully that part passes quickly. But yeah, I've been a bit, I'm not gonna, like, do you know what, it's a funny story and I can laugh at myself, and I'm also like, of all the ways for it to happen, at least like I was trying my best and I was just trying to join in and like, you know, make my kid happy and play along and have a good time. And you know what, we had such a good time. The kids were so cute and we were laughing our heads off, and it's a bit of a workout, which I appreciated. But I must say, this morning I was really, really self-conscious, and it made me feel quite anxious to be honest with you, because I've been to the gym and I don't wear makeup at the gym. I don't see the need for it. I don't think it's good for my skin. It clogs up my pores enough when I'm sweating, let alone adding like other stuff that's going to melt down my face. And I did try a little like patch of concealer on this outer bit, but it just looked, because the rest of my face wasn't done, there was a clear like, it sort of just made it more obvious, and I just thought, what am I doing? And gently wipe that bit off. And I thought, well, men wouldn't cover it up, they'd just get on with it, so I'm not going to cover it up. So I went, but I had like my hoodie on and then I had my coat, so I put both hoods up, and then I kind of like made my hair fall like this, like a emo fringe, just to sort of cover it up. But it has made me feel really self-conscious, and did get a few looks, but you just kind of got to own it, I suppose. And like, it's easy online because I can just tell you guys, like I can tell you, I've told Instagram and stuff, and I've got to crack on because like I've got a face forward job. But in public it's a little bit harder because like I don't want to stop and tell everyone what's happened, and you feel like you know, people look at you really concerned, and it's just a bit, yeah. But it's kind of fucked up my plans a bit for today, because I was meant to be filming some brand work, and I just don't think that this is a good representation. Like, I wouldn't feel happy producing content looking like this. Even if like I try with my makeup and stuff, I've not put on a full face since I've taken my makeup off from yesterday. Maybe I can improve the way it looks a little bit, but then equally I don't really think that like rubbing and messing with it is going to do me any favours. Quite a few people have suggested arnica, so I'm going to go and get some of that in a bit, but I just think I'm just going to have to like accept that today is not going to go to plan. But I really personally struggle with that. Like I'm a very sort of productive person, and I struggle when things don't go to plan, to be quite honest with you. But I'm just going to try and find things to do. I think I've got a little bit of editing that I can be getting on with. I would like to have something to eat because I've not eaten yet. I tend to not be able to eat before I go to the gym because it sometimes can make me feel sick because I'm on the cross trainer for so long. So I'm starving now. And I've got some crumpets, and I might have like beans on crumpets, which sounds gross, but I just really fancy it. But yeah, it's just been... it didn't, you know what, yesterday was a great day apart from that, and like Stan had a great birthday on Wednesday, but it's just been a rough couple of weeks really, like with Romeo and stuff. Still feel so weird about that. I'm still having to like navigate grief with the kids as well in that way, because it's such a present grief because he was in our home and part of our immediate family, and then we just had other bits and bobs going on. And like the worst thing about social media, you can't talk about everything sometimes, and there has to be a limit, but then I also find that really uncomfortable that I've kind of got to smack a smile on. Do you know what I mean? Like when things are tough, but I don't want to be one of those, like, I think I said this on my Instagram stories the other day, I don't want to be like, are you okay, hon? You know, when people check in on Facebook to hospital and then like everybody's like, oh my god, what's wrong? I don't want to be like that, but then equally there's just got to be like a limit, hasn't there? But it's just been a rough few weeks, and I'm quite tired, and I can't help but think the world is telling me to just like slow down a little bit. I keep coming up against some hurdles, and even though life has been fantastic, it's just been other things that I've been like concerned about. And maybe I should just listen today, but I'm going to still try and get stuff done anyway. And I've got to go through the school run and swimming lessons later as well, which is going to be awkward. I am definitely going to have to put something on this face. But for now, I'm going to go and put some laundry away, neaten up the kids' rooms, and I'm going to make myself some lunch because I'm really, really hungry. Time for the summer uniform. She wanted the ones with shorts this time, so I got one from M&S to see how she gets on with it, and then if she wants more, I can get more. Can't wait for it to warm up. Guess what? The suitcase still isn't in the loft. One day.
I've already found sunlight, the feeling grows, and anything sounds alright. I'm breaking loose.
I accidentally picked up sausage ones, but I'm going to eat them anyway. Does anyone watch Shauna Lander on like TikTok or YouTube? Because she's brilliant. I love her sketches so much. I think she's so talented. Anyway, I'm going to attempt to make myself less scary to children. Let's go. I don't really know what to put on. Ow. I don't know. I feel like maybe flawless filter and some concealer, just where I need it, and then a bit of blush. I don't know if you can see this, but that's Merlin's version of trying to get the cat to play with him.
Living in the moment in my own balloon. I glide across the ground and over the ocean.
managed to quickly edit some videos and roughly do a Tesco shop, which won't be perfect, but at least the bare bones of it is there. And I just feel like even though I can't film what I need to film and do what I need to do today, at least I've done other bits that I would have done later on in the week. So now I need to quickly get my shoes on, nip to the shops, some bits we need, try and grab some arnica from the pharmacy and go pick up the kids. I feel so frustrated because I've not achieved what I wanted to today. I'm really trying to have a word with myself, but it's really hard. I managed to get some just in time, and the pharmacist was so nice. We had a little laugh about it and it made me feel better. But yeah, let's go and get these kids.